neighbor's baby. I've got literally like an inch or maybe 2 inches of space between my face and most of the car. This thing is obnoxious in the best way possible. Today we install downpipes so we can go up in power and sound and illegal emissions. I live in Colorado, so thankfully I got my emissions last week. We passed, so we're in the clear to get these suckers installed. But it doesn't really matter anymore because my wife and I are moving to Florida next year. So we're good. We don't have to worry about emissions anymore. It's a big spider. Oh my gosh, that thing's massive. I trapped it in a box. Look how big that spider is. Oh my gosh. It literally tried to crawl up my downpipe when I set it down. All right, we're gonna throw this guy in the bushes. Now, in the last video, we did install a IRL single mid pipe on the M4. It sounds pretty good. But the missing puzzle piece are some Catless Downpipes, which is really gonna wake up the sound of this car because it's a bit too quiet. So I'm super excited, and I know all of you would love to see the M4 get a little bit louder because this thing sounds like a vacuum bone stock. Now, as you can tell, I'm pretty dirty right now, and that's because I already started the install to the downpipes, and we've made it pretty far, so this is where I'm at. Right off the bat, the whole top side is taken apart. We've got the carbon strut brace off, we've got the intake box off, we've got the charge pipes off, the second engine cover off, we've got the turbos and intake plugged up, and as you can tell, I've already got one downpipe removed. I got off of work last night and I couldn't wait. I got the car on the ramps and I started taking a bunch of stuff off. I did film a little bit of the process. I've installed downpipes on many BMWs, but it's always been on a lift. I've never done it in a single car garage on my back. And let me tell you guys, I'm not sure if I recommend it. It's pretty difficult. There's not a lot of space. If you're mechanically inclined, you should be fine, but if you have access to a lift, I would definitely suggest it. But we went ahead and sent it anyways because I like a good challenge. I worked as much as I could last night until I got to a stopping point. I was way too tired. I needed dinner and I needed to go to bed because I had work the next morning. But now that it's a brand new day, I just got off of work, we can continue the process of removing the last downpipe and switching the O2 sensors to the Catless ones and puzzling everything back together with this very limited amount of space. Oh, and if you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok, we did install this oil cooler guard. Very necessary. Obviously, we don't want to crack our exposed oil cooler because that's gonna make my S55 go bye-bye. So, if you don't follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I do post a lot of little install videos and whatnot that don't make it on the YouTube channel. Ah, there we go. Shake and bake, baby. That is what you gotta do. Downpipe number 2 is out. The best strategy is to just keep punching and shaking it until it fully finds its way out. The new ones should hopefully go in a little bit easier since they're not so fat like these guys and heavy. Here we have the OEM downpipes next to the MAD fully Catless downpipes. As you can tell, the size difference, these things are fat pigs and these things are nice and slim. So hopefully they're much easier to install, but the airflow and sound we're gonna get out of these is gonna be incredible. And we can now tune the M4 and make a little bit more power out of it. But even when it's all torn apart on ramps, This thing looks beautiful. These F8X cars are just so timeless. Still one of the best looking M cars out there. Now we have to remove the O2 sensors. I don't have an O2 sensor socket, so I'm just gonna use a open-ended wrench and hope for the best. Well, I ended up having to go to AutoZone and pick up a actual O2 sensor socket because my wrenches were not working, and we picked up some more gloves because, yeah, I need some badly. Honestly, guys, this is one part of the job where just buy the right tool. An O2 sensor socket is so much easier than an open-ended wrench. Look at that. That sucker breaks loose like nothing. And just like that, all the O2 sensors have been transferred over. Now, the part that can be a little difficult is putting everything back in and making sure it lines up. So this could be a long night, or things could go well and we wrap this up in a decent amount of time.
Many hours later.
What's up, everybody? I am under the car. It's been about 2 hours of getting the new ones installed. You can probably tell I'm pretty tired in my voice, but these puppies are in. As you can tell, the V-band fully clamped on both sides. That's honestly the hardest part, is getting the V-band to sit properly. I didn't film the install because this is one of those jobs where you don't want to film, you just want to get it done. So everything's bolted on. I've got the mid pipe all secured because I had to break it loose. This belly pan came off. I got it back installed. Same with these plastic pieces. I had to take these guys off as well. Those are installed. Now all that's left is to put the skid plate back on and put the top pieces back on, and this thing is fully finished. But I do want to start the car before I put the belly pan on, just to see if there's any rattle, because this guy is really close to the subframe. So want to keep a close eye on that. But all the O2 sensors are plugged in as well. What a journey this is on your back. I've got literally like an inch or maybe 2 inches of space between my face and most of the car. Yeah, if you guys have a lift, this is not that bad of a job, but doing this on your back is a little challenging. Okay, so we have the top side fully buttoned up. I'm not gonna put the carbon strut brace on just yet. As you can tell, I'm looking pretty dirty. I gotta take a shower after this, but I still have the skid plate off. I'm gonna start the M4, see if there's any weird sounds before I put the rest of the stuff on. But it should sound pretty loud because this thing has been sitting for 2 days. Oh boy. This is always the nerve-wracking part.
So is it gonna be louder?
Starting your car after working on it.
Is it gonna be louder?
Yeah. Well, that was very loud. The good news, there's no leaks or rattles. And there's no bad news. We just gotta button up the car and go take it around the block, and I am stoked. I forgot how loud these cars are with downpipes and a mid pipe. I had this same setup on my old M4, and I forgot how loud it was. Oh my gosh, my wife was like, this is so loud. But when you close the valves, it's not that bad. All right, so the car is fully put back together. I'm letting it warm up right now. It's honestly not that loud once it's fully warmed up with the valves closed. But the minute you open those valves, you can really hear those turbos spooling. But I'm gonna take it for a quick drive around the block, see how it sounds. But it's really late and I need dinner, so nothing crazy. We'll drive it more tomorrow. I'm so dirty. I'm so dirty right now. My car needs to be detailed for me sitting in it. You need to hop in the shower, you need some dinner. Oof. This is so fun in a manual too. Because my old M4 was a DCT, but everything's more fun in a manual, like getting an exhaust, like we just did. Oh my gosh, I got my brother in the car with me. Damn. That sounds insane. That was like 2,000 RPMs and I just shifted. Oh my gosh. Sounds like a completely different car. That is awesome. This thing is obnoxious in the best way possible. Feels a little quicker too. Better airflow through the turbos.
It's the next day. We just started the M4. It's very loud, but my wife and I are going to the pool, but before we go, I'm going to get a couple exhaust clips from you guys before the video ends. My neighbor's baby.
Pretty big difference compared to efficient and sport mode. The S55s sound like a diesel truck when they're catless. Listen to that idle. You can really hear the turbos. Of course, right as I come around the corner to let it rip, there's a cop that drives past, but I still did it anyways, and we're good. So that is all the footage for this video. I'll make another video that's more dedicated to the exhaust clips and what this car sounds like. I live in Colorado, so we gotta take it up those mountains and get some proper driving in the car. But yeah, the M4 build is coming along really well. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure you're also hitting subscribe when you watch these videos. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.